Coming up next. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sport. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got DeAndre Jordan, Harden out there with Johnson. Then there's Harris, and it's Green in at the power forward. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and there's Jackson, and it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. Harden. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Batum. Down low, here's Jackson. It's good. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Most of DeAndre's field goals are dunks, exceptional at getting great position down inside.
Jackson against Johnson. Jackson down low. Back to Zubats. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. A shot by Harden. Wide open. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
No, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A. You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
Left side, George. And Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
And it's the Clippers with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. And the dunk by Zubats.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
You've got to hand it to DeAndre. His relentless approach on the boards, paying dividends.
Zubats finds Jackson. Fires from deep. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. It's Harden with the drive. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. George has got his second basket of the game. On the wing, Harris. Kicks it out to Harden. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. So it's both teams making substitutions here. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Rondo. And again, no good by the Clippers. 1:32 left in the first. Brown dishes to Aldridge. Here's Claxton. Brooklyn making some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. And on the way from Irving for three. Again, Irving missing. The Clippers trail. Rondo passes to Leonard. Traps in the tray.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
And Irving launches it from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Rondo. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
What passion from Rondo on that drive. Just relentless on how he takes it straight to the defense.
Here's Irving. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
You know, when you talk to Kyrie, smart guy, cerebral guy, thinks about the game at the highest level.
Now here's Rondo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Irving for three. The rebound by Patterson. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. Offensive rebound. Leonard, no luck.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
No good from Luwawu. Fires for three. Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
One eye on the rim, one eye.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. He's out there with Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's man in at the shooting guard. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The man just knows how to generate points. Aldridge creating the second chance opportunity and then cashing in.
Leonard looking around. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. The putback, no good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Kennard, the pass to Oturu. Lays it up and banks it in. Oturu's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Harden, and it's blocked.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Pass to Leonard. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 6. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. In the corner, Kennard with it. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
Harden surveying the D. But they recover it. Outside Griffin. 3-pointer. Aldridge. And it's Aldridge on the follow.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip-in.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here is Irving. He has 6. Banked in off the glass. 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
Leonard on the wing. 40 seconds left in the first half of the game. Nets trail by 6. Pass to Jordan. Here's Llewellyn. The Nets working the ball around now. The 10-footer. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
Clippers leading by 4. Mann passes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Irving looking over the floor. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds. And that'll do it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Tyler Johnson. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point. Here's Harden. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from Jordan. Jackson kicks to Morris. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 8-point game. Here's Harden. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Harden against George, and that one is good.
Working in that mid-range area. The analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
It's Harden with the drive. Excellent D there from George.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Kicks it to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. That 3 off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
George with no one around. George missing again. Nets trail by 8. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Johnson with it. George picks him up.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Harris, good.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. George passes to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. They get it again. Zubac. Batum wide open. He fires. And he's good on the 3 ball. Batum's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Harden outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Man's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Rondo kicks to Morris. Inside, here's Zubac. Lays it up off the glass. Zubac has got 6 points.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Irving passes to Llewellyn. Outside for Griffin. Batum grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 7. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That's good from Rondo. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. And Rondo drops them both. The Nets have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. 54 seconds left in the third. Here's Leonard. Griffin grabs the board. Nets trail by 9. Irving with the ball. 10 points for him. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
An underrated aspect of Griffin's game, his tremendous instincts on the glass.
Now here's Rondo. 6 points for him. Outside Leonard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. 16 points for him.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Reggie Jackson out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Patterson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Joe Harris is checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
And a wide open look for Rondo. Drains the 3-pointer. Rondo's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Brown outside. Harden against George. And the basket by Harden. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Passes it to Leonard. Now George. This one for 3. No good that time.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Harris. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Leonard inside. Harris is there. And stolen by Jordan. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. It's good. 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Leonard on the wing. Pulls it from 20. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Irving.
When the lights are at its brightest, Kyrie loves coming through.
Here's Coffey. Morris outside. Here's Oturu. Started by Jordan. Shot clock at 3. And it's blocked by Jordan. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. On the wing, Harris. Outside, Irving. And it's all evened up.
Tremendous form on the jump shot. One of the reasons Kyrie's so consistent with it.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. George. And there it is for him.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Jackson against Irving. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense there from Jackson. George, that's a two-pointer. They get it back.
Yeah, important points from Morris. And when he's feeling it, he'll step up and take control.
Outside Irving. Over Jackson. Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie never losing his composure. He is deadly in the clutch.
The 3 from George. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Harden. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Morris outside on the pass to Zubac. Here's George. It's in!
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Harris looking it over. On the wing, Harden. Paul George with the steal. And it's Paul George with the finish.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And Harden with the stuff. And it's a tie ball game.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
And the Clippers call time here. The score knotted at 61. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, James Harden.
It's a take-charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
Timeout called, the Nets. It's off the mark, and we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here. Brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum. And it's Mann in at the small forward. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Sometimes it's just better to concede a rebound instead of fighting through the guy and getting called for over the back.
I will say I like the aggressiveness, but you hurt your team making poor decisions, and that was one of them.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo.
Important time in the game in terms of momentum. You see Reggie willing to put the team on his back.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Oh, that was something else.
That was nasty. Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
On the wing, Irving. We're just over a minute into overtime here. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Tips it, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 23.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by. And again, it's the Nets missing. Los Angeles leading by 6. And here's George for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
The 3 from Harden. Short, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Now George. Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. From deep, and the 3 ball is good.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
You're right, not much time left. You know, they couldn't put him away in regulation, but after what we've seen here, a superb performance in overtime, they're managing to get the job done.
Yeah, just an amazing game, and ultimately they were able to just pull away there at the end.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's George for 3. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And it's Leonard missing.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
And here's Irving. From deep three-point range. And so Los Angeles takes the win. And they had, all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. And a few players on the shelf, but the big absence is someone this team is going to be missing tonight. So the next starting five. We've got Johnson. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Harden way outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Harden against Holiday. To the middle, here's Lopez, and Lopez throws it down.
Lopez is not the fastest guy coming out of the screen as a roller, but when he gets a step, he's hard to slow down.
Harris passes to Johnson. Nets passing it around. To the inside. Kicks it out to Harden. 5 on the clock. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks with a quick start to this game.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. To the paint, and stolen by Jordan. Harden against Giannis.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
Kicks it down to Middleton. The dish to Lopez. And stolen by Jordan. Looking to end the run. And Green with the lay-in.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Giannis passes to Lopez. Outside Holiday. Back to Lopez. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Harden with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively.
And Antetokounmpo's 7'3" wingspan, extraordinary. I mean, he's effective in rejecting shots, bothering shots, and stealing the ball. Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Harden dishes to Johnson. And here's Harris from the arc. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Milwaukee leading by 5. Here's DiVincenzo. Back to Lopez. The feed to Middleton. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. It's Harden with the drive, and that one drops for him. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
The pass to Harden. 1:07 left here in the opening quarter. Right side, Jordan. Pass to Green. Here's Harden on the wing. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Holiday with the ball.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Harden outside. Jordan. Oh!
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The Bucks making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
The up fakes from Lopez working to perfection.
First trip to the line for him here. A different look for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Portis drives in. And Portis throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Irving. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Milwaukee heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Bucks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
P.J. Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Forbes in at the point. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Portis, and it goes down 2 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
On the wing, Harden. From outside the arc. Here's Griffin. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Here is Forbes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Connaughton passes to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Kicks it out to Harden. Launches it. And no good that time.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used this contribution.
And Portis throws it down.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide-open man and dropping the dime.
Harden outside. Looking to get back on track here, and the layup is up and in. Harden's got 6.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Bucks leading by 7.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bobby Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Here's Claxton. Throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a 3-point play. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Brooke Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. And the Nets making a change here as well. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Blake Griffin. For Milwaukee, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Holiday surveying the floor. 6 on the shot clock. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way, and it's sent back by Lopez.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Jeff Green is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Brown kicks to Johnson. 1:41 left here in the second. Jordan can't get it to go.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
And you know what? The frustration for the defense is mounting because it seems like they can't miss out there.
Now here's Johnson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And here's Harris from the arc. Kept alive.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Antetokounmpo against Green. Giannis dishes to Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Lopez has got 8.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Johnson. Feeds it to Jordan. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for Johnson. Here's Luwawu. Here's Aldridge. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Aldridge has got his first points of the night.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Holiday, yep, that one goes. Holiday's got his second bucket.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
It'll count, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Milwaukee. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, Milwaukee came out looking very confident. They had the pieces in place for a nice stretch. And
after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been a clinic from Brooke Lopez.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Harris. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Johnson, and it's Harden in at the 1. Now here is Holiday. In the corner, Middleton with it. Outside Holiday. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of us.
Good advice.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
Pass to Jordan. Johnson left side. Harden against Holiday. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Harden.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Kicks it down to Middleton. There's the triple. Milwaukee getting another chance here. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Johnson penetrating. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Giannis. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now, here is Harden. He's got 12. Johnson finds Harden. Clock at 6. Over Holiday. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Harden.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Tucker, the pass to Forbes. Back to Tucker. Outside, Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Harris. And now just a 1-point Milwaukee lead. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Kicks to Forbes. Portis. Over to the wing. Jacks up a 3. And again, the Bucks miss. For Brooklyn, they've gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Harris. For the lead. Again, the miss by Harden. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Portis kicks to Holiday. And the Bucks miss again. They haven't led the game yet. A chance to do so right here.
Looking for that upper hand right now.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Bruce Brown in for Johnson. Free throw good. James Harden.
And, you know, after being a 6th man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
Here is Forbes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Connaughton passes to Forbes. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Brown. No good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
Forbes can't get it to go. And here are the Nets. They're on a 17-7 run. In the corner, Harden. Off target with his 3. Portis in the post. Over Harris. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Portis. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Milwaukee has possession. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Connaughton in at the two-guard position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Middleton. Lopez finds Middleton. Shot clock at 5. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Middleton's got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Man, I tell you what, Middleton does a nice job using his length inside. You know, when he gets in a good spot, he's a high percentage shooter from there. Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Passes it to Lopez. Plays it up and banks it in.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
DiVincenzo against Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Down low, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Watch out below when Middleton rises up like that. Remarkable at punching it down on him.
And there's the pass to Harris. On the wing, Harden. Inside. The kick out to Brown. In the corner. Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And that one drops.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. He feeds it to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Bryn Forbes comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Harden. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one. And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Great positioning on the putback.
When you have a reliable big man like Lopez who can get you buckets like that, it's really such an asset for a team.
Hey, yo, right here.
They kick it out to Green. Right side, Irving.
Screen.
Harris against Middleton. Harris misses. Milwaukee in the lead. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Forbes the pass to Holiday. Back to Forbes. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And Holiday throws it down. Now it's a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
A shot off that time. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Irving. Middleton against Harris. And Middleton kicks to Holiday. Kicks it down to Middleton. No good from outside. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
It's in!
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now here is Holiday. Back to Giannis. Now here is Holiday. And that one, good.
Boy, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
Misses. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. It was a fantastic. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena.
Well, guys, I'm very...
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Johnson. Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at the center. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Lillard against Harden, and Lillard gets double-teamed. And Jordan sends it back. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. About a minute played so far here in the first. McCollum passes to Lillard.
And really, that's the brilliance of Jordan, just denying those shots there with tremendous power.
Here's Lillard. The pass to Nurkic. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And you can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
Lillard against Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Lillard surveying the D. Over Harden. And Portland again with the bucket.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very young age.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far.
Oh, he delivers that with
I can't
force.
believe this. I cannot believe that.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lillard from outside. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Right side, Green. Kicks it out to Harden. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. 8 points for James Harden.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Harden against Lillard. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. And Lillard throws it down.
D has got to do a better job clogging up drops to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard with the ball over Harden. No good off the back of the rim.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
And he doesn't always feel the need to get fancy on those dunks, but when Jordan does, he makes it something special, just like that one.
Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And the Nets also making a change. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Tyler Johnson. Trailblazers trail by 3. Powell dishes to Cantor. Back to Powell. Takes the 3. Cantor, and Cantor able to finish.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Harden. That's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Powell. That's good. Powell's got 5. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 7. 20 seconds left to play here in the first. Harden against Lillard. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Off target with the open look.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a minute. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with a big loss.
I look to the times where things are.
Craig, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
They've got Anthony, also Enes Kanter out there, C.J. McCollum out there with Derek Jones, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
That shot by Griffin, no good. And for Portland, they're shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Anthony with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And here's Harden. He's got 13. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Claxton the pass to Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn. McCollum up top. Banked in off the glass.
McCollum, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
Now here's Harden. Not a lot of room. He dishes it to Griffin. Back to Harden. From downtown. That one misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
It's Harden with the drive. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
One of the best finishers inside, period. I mean, there's nowhere on the floor Harden can't score from.
Here's Simons. Cantor trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got the lead back up to 6 now for Portland. Harden surveying the D. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Oh, he's mastered the art of drawing fouls. Harden's led the league in free throws time and time again.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Well, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And that one's good, Lillard.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
This is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end, effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
Covington finds Jones. Here's Nurkic, and the shot is long. Nets trail by 5. The kick out to Aldridge. Here's Luau, guarded by Powell. Here's Griffin, and Jones sends it back. Here's Lillard, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 11 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
It's Harden with the drive. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Taking things into his own hands. He's been a beast this quarter.
Lillard with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Tries from 10. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
There's 31 seconds left in the second quarter. Brown wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. Portland leading by 7. Powell kicks to Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Portland grabs the miss. Jones looking for an opening. Three-pointer, Lillard. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
An incredible way to end the half. That doesn't only give them a...
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 16 points, 2 steals. And that's a wrap.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Joe Harris. Harden out there with Johnson. Then there's Green, and it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, look, I love how Harden does a little bit of everything. Aggressive scorer, solid rebounder, superb passer, and he's also improving on the defensive end.
Here's Covington. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Now here's Lillard. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with a defensive end.
Now Johnson. He feeds it to Jordan. Good.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
Lillard outside. The feed to Covington. Back to Lillard. All sorts of time. The putback. It's good on the putback. Nurkic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Harden. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up, but I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Harden left side. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Harden's got 26.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Lillard against Harden. Tries it from 9. And he drops that one in. He's got 20.
And we're seeing the very best of Lillard tonight. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife of an offensive player. I mean, he's got a tool for every job.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Irving kicks to Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Griffin passes to Irving. 6 to shoot. Tries it from 19. Griffin inside. Anthony on him. Passes to Irving. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. McCollum with the ball, picked up by Aldridge. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Nets trail by 11. Pass to Luau. Back to Irving. 58 seconds left to play in the third. Here's McCollum. Count it. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. Harris inside, defended by Jones. Stolen by Cantor. McCollum outside. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And it's Brown missing.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Here's Simons. A three-pointer off the mark. It's Brown with the drive, and he gets it to go.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
With 1 on the clock, the shot comes out, and so it's Portland, 13 points up at the end of the period. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in a shooting guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Back to Lillard and taken away by Johnson. On its way from Irving for 2. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kanter's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Irving. Harris trying to get free. The shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Here's Jones. Sinks that one from the post.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Irving up top. Bucket is good.
Now, I love how Irving stays focused on the bucket. Tenacious at driving inside and muscling shots over the defense.
Here's Lillard. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. To the middle, here's Kanter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Strong interior player. When Kanter is looking to score, he isn't afraid of attracting contact.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look now for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. And a change for the Nets. Harden's checked in. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
Love how Harden attacks the basket when he's close by. Just relentless and finding ways to get himself to the line.
That free throw good from Harden. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Harden against Nurkic. Powell dishes to Covington. Another shot. They get the rebound. Nurkic got a hand on it. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving leading the charge. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Trailblazers leading by 15. The drive by Anthony. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Harden way outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nobody near Lillard. Oh, trying for it, and it's off from three-point range. Harden outside. Irving passes to Harden, taken away by Anthony. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Lillard, right side. The three. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Irving, good.
I love the aggressive mentality. Irving is terrific at pouncing on any available lane to the basket.
Irving against Powell. From 15 feet away, the Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Good, he hits the jump shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
A shot by Harden, wide open. No good with the triple. Portland leading by 17.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Portland.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. Lillard from outside bangs home the trifecta.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Harden with it. Harris outside. And here's Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Can't hit that one. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme...
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start. Welcome to this Thursday night. Quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubats. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2. And for the Nets, Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Tyler Johnson, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot.
Well, very hard to deal with Kawhi Leonard in the pick and roll. His mobility allows him to be an effective roller.
Harden, no good. Now the Clippers with it. Right side Jackson makes it off the glass. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contract.
Oh, my goodness! Wow. What a play!
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Nobody near George. Drills the three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good from Harden. And both free throws good for James Harden.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Leonard. Shoots the 3. That shot missing. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate. This is how athletic Paul George is, an absolute monster around the rim.
George against Harden. Jordan. And the rejection by Zubats. Batum against Harris. And he gets the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Leonard against Harden. Jeff Green on the wing. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Pass to Zubats. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Harden against George. Harden, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for Tyler Johnson. And then for the Clippers, Patterson comes in for Ivica Zubats. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Rondo looking around. Just 5 on the clock. Jordan with the rebound. Nets trail by 11. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's stolen by Rondo. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Outside for Jackson. From deep, George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 8 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Well, we've seen that a time or two from Mr. DeAndre Jordan. Nice, easy finish with that dunk.
Here's Rondo. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And the basket by Harden. He's got 6.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Outside, George. Clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Harden scanning the floor. Brown outside. Harris passes to Jordan. Launches a 3. Harris, no good. And George now top of the key. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Rajon Rondo. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. Here's Griffin. And the basket is good. Griffin's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Brooklyn.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Here's Rondo. Drops in the layup for 2. Rondo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Oturu, defended by Griffin. Now the pass to Patterson. Fires the three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament to get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, "In the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity." Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. And here's Rondo. 7 points in the game. Here's Oturu. Outside Rondo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Green, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Tyler Johnson. George is checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. George, that's a two-pointer. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Irving looking for an opening. 1:21 left now here in the second. Griffin passes to Irving, and the shot goes down. Irving's got his first points in this one.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Outside, George. Good, nice job down low. George has got 14 points.
Excellent offensive positioning from Paul George. Size, length, touch. Beautiful.
And on the way from Irving for three. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And George, here we go. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
Here's Irving. Count it. Irving's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. In the corner, George with it to the inside. Leonard inside, defended by Griffin, and that one's good. Leonard.
Well, efficiency from the mid-range has always been a part of Kawhi Leonard's game.
Irving for three, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 14 points, 2 assists. And that'll...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipes.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. He gets it in there. George has got 16 points.
Well, how about that killer instinct? Paul George understanding he's got it going right now, very confident in his abilities.
Harden with it. Leonard picks him up. Pass to Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Watch BG. Watch BG.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. The pass to Leonard. Over Harris. And Batum kicks to George. There's the three. The rebound by Johnson.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Los Angeles leading by 15. Back to Leonard. Shooting foul and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
They kick it out to Green. Back to Harden. Johnson outside. The Nets need to get a shot off here. From deep three-point range. Harden, no good. Clippers leading by 13. Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Incredible wingspan, unbelievable hands. The alley-oop is easy.
Now Harden, 14 points for him. And the shot goes in. Harden's got 16.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Rondo with the ball. 7 points in the game. It's stolen. Down low, Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And this is what happens when you let Griffin establish position. He will make you pay.
Irving against Rondo. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Griffin. Here's Brown. And the lead is down inside single digits. Brown's got his first basket of the night.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Kennard kicks to Rondo. Pass to Patterson. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And here are the Nets. They're on a 10-2 run here. .41 seconds left in the third quarter. Irving from long range.
And always good to see Rondo being active defensively, more than capable of shutting down his man.
Moving against Rondo. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Kennard on the wing and taken away by Brown. Here's Griffin. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Marcus Morris. Patrick Patterson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 2.
Well, you have to get something out of that possession, and thanks to Patterson's work on the glass, heads-up play to score that.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Drills it from outside. Harden's got 19 points.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Here's Rondo. The rebound by Harden.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Rondo dishes to Morris. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Griffin passes to Claxton. Johnson kicks to Harden. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, you can definitely see a difference.
The drive by Rondo. It's tipped. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris is checked in for Blake Griffin. And Irving subbed in for Johnson. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Irving, the feed to Jordan. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. On the wing, George, guarded by Green. George passes to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Well, this is the kind of pass that gets everyone excited. It's also how you build great team chemistry.
Here's Harden. Jordan trying to free himself up. Excellent D there from George. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Jackson kicks to Batum. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Oturu controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Irving can't get it to go. The Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Out to Harris. The drive by Green. Back to Harden. Harris looking it over. Over in the corner, Green. Passes it to George. Now Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. He dishes it to George. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jackson. For 3. Rebounded by the Nets. 1:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Harden outside. Shoots from the elbow. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's the Clippers. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. For the 3. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Over in the corner, Green. Irving passes to Green. They need this one. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Well, this is the beauty of Kyrie Irving. You think of him as a creator, but this guy in a catch and shoot just as lethal.
And here's George. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. And a look at the injury situation. A lot of bodies absent for this team tonight, including a big name. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for Brooklyn, Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Tyler Johnson. And it's Harden in at the point guard. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Deflects the pass in the corner. Harden, 6 on the shot clock. Jordan trying to free himself up. Oh, he launched that one from way outside. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Holiday with it. From deep. Rebounded by the Nets.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Harden scanning the floor. Jordan trying to free himself up. It's hauled in by Giannis.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Lopez. Good on the shot.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. On the wing, Johnson. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Another miss by Harden. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. They trail by 1. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Basket good.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Such a smart offensive play right there. When Holiday sees that chance open up right there, he's all over.
Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter of the game. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Some changes for Brooklyn. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for Johnson. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Back to Giannis. And here's Harden for 3. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harden's got 5 points so far.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
And here's the fast break. Harden draws the double to the paint. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Harden the pass to Aldridge. Greg, LaMarcus Aldridge taking more three-pointers last season, easily passing his career highs in attempts with almost 3 a game.
And Aldridge shot a very respectable percentage from outside. In order to play heavy minutes at the 4, you need to be able to shoot. Good to see Aldridge still adding new wrinkles to his game.
Interesting to see how LaMarcus Aldridge has embraced more and more of a leadership role with this team. He knows he has what it takes to guide this team to higher heights.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Joe Harris. Milwaukee also making some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Got that one up quick.
Thing is, with these long strides of his, it's very difficult to defend Aldridge when he puts the ball on the floor.
Bucks trail by 4. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From 10 feet out, the shot by Holiday, no good. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. In the corner, Harden. From deep, and the Nets, another 3.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
And so it's Brooklyn heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the... This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was asked about...
For me personally, I just want to know.
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Harden out there with Johnson. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And that one's good. Griffin.
Yeah, Blake Griffin right now working the inside game and has the skills to take you to school.
Here's Forbes. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Nets leading by 9. And here's Harden. 10 points for him. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here is Forbes. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Four on the shot clock. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Tucker.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Now here's Harden. He's got 12. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence. And I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. It's just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Green. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Tyler Johnson. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Here's Irving. following the bucket by the Bucks.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Nets leading by 4. Irving looking for an opening. And he banks in the layup. Irving's got his first basket.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
Holiday against Irving. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. That one, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Took him no time at all on that one. Middleton's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Irving kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. Stolen by Holiday. Here's DiVincenzo. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Such a smart defensive player. Drew Holiday understanding when he should go after steals. If you're going to go for it, get it.
Here's Irving, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The Nets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Here's Irving. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
Irving kicks to Harris. Griffin trying to get open. His 3-pointers off the mark. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Trailing by 2.
And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Griffin finds Irving. From deep 3-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 14 points and 1 assist. Thanks for joining us, folks.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. The shot by Holiday, no good. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Here's Johnson. The rebound by the Bucks.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The kick out to Holiday for the lead. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here is Harden. He's got 14. Pass to Harris. Here's the 3. Harden against Middleton. Jordan trying to free himself up, and the basket by Harden. Harden's got 16 points.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Holiday up top. He's got 5. Lopez with the bucket. He's got 10.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Harden. It's a 1-point game.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Now Holiday lays it up off the glass. Holiday's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Harden. 18 points for him. Here's Green. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Crafty move. He lays it in. Now it's a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
Well, Giannis scores inside. One of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
Harden can't hit.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. Poked away. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Out to Harris. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Harris. They kick it out to Green. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks leading by 5. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Giannis, no good. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Harden inside the three-point line. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. DiVincenzo finds Lopez. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Lopez down on the inside, getting that soft touch to go.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Harden against Holiday.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Bucks leading by 11. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge, Brown out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the power forward. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Kicks it out to Giannis. Clock at 6. Outside Holiday. Middleton for 3. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Lopez kicks it down to Middleton from the arc. Pass to DiVincenzo. Aldridge trying to break free. And again, the Bucks miss. Nets trail by 11. And there's the pass to Luwawu. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Irving. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Nice mid-range, Jay. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball. DiVincenzo with the rebound. DiVincenzo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lopez passes to Middleton. That one goes. Count it.
Middleton's a high percentage shooter from that area. The reason I can tell, no hesitation on that one.
Now, here is Irving. Again, Irving missing.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Holiday finds Lopez. On the wing, Giannis. The three-pointer, no good.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Bucks leading by 11. Lopez outside. Outside Holiday. Milwaukee the rebound. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis right now getting hard work done on the inside to get some extra possession.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Irving for 3. It's good from long range.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Right side Holiday. The feed now to Lopez. Giannis outside. Right block shot. And it's off the back rim. No good. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Griffin with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Pushing it up. And here we go. The shot's good from Griffin.
His skill at his size and then converting through contact. Such strength from the big man.
Bucks leading by 6. Giannis outside. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Irving. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Griffin. Some changes for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. Johnson comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's James Harden in for Irving. And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That is his 1st foul of the game. Both teams deciding to change it up. Middleton looking it over. Inside. Shot clock at 5. Holiday. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And the outcome on the line, Holiday comes through with a crucial bucket there.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Kyrie coming alive. He does that at this stage of the game.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Back to Giannis. It's deflected. Irving against DiVincenzo. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Irving for three. The rebound by the Bucks. Outside Holiday. From deep. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that three.
And here's Green outside. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for the Nets, Green is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Johnson in at the 2. And the basket by McCollum. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Now, here's Green after the miss from Damian Lillard. And Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Lillard scanning the floor. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
In the corner, Powell with it. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Covington passes to Nurkic. Good D by Jordan.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
To the inside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
Now here's Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Covington. Lillard with no one around. Here's Nurkic. Banked in off the glass.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Harden outside. Tries from 16 and misses it off the right side of the rim. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. McCollum no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And the basket by Harris.
You know, Harris showing you he's unafraid to mix it up in there sometimes, which is a good way to balance his attack.
Lillard against Harden. Shoots the 3. Lillard left side. Covington wide open. He fires from outside off the mark. And so Green will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 3-point game. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Boy, Harris has become such a solid role player, guys. A knockdown shooter who really elevates the team above self.
So for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and it's Brown in for Johnson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Trailblazers trail by 3.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Here is Harden. The Blazers getting the bucket. The step-back jumper is good.
And, you know, if you give Harden daylight to shoot from the mid-range, he'll take it. Can't give him any room, mid-range or 3, but mostly mid-range.
Now, here's Lillard. Cantor finds Jones. Lillard outside. Pass to Cantor. 5 to shoot. Jones the pass to Cantor. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 3. Here is Harden. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And that one's good. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Here's Brown. Pass to Claxton. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Johnson, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Cantor pulls it down. Jones with the bounce pass. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got his second basket.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Lillard against Harden. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
For Brooklyn, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That free throw good from Harden.
Well, I tell you, it's a treat watching Harden play. I mean, he's so fluid in his shooting form, but he's also sensational driving inside and a capable passer as well. This guy's got it all.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and he drains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to.
I think it comes from being in a big family.
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. Harden against Lillard. Passes to Johnson. Back to Harden. Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Green in for James Harden. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Norman Bowles checked in for Anthony Simons. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Covington, I love when he's in attack mode like this because it forces the defense's hand, literally.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Portland.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Green, and Irving subbed in for Johnson.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Brown kicks to Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing. Portland leading by 6. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish it.
McCollum against Irving. Feeds to Griffin. Aldridge trying to break free. They can't stop the run with that one. Anthony in the corner. Offensive rebound. Outside Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Down low. Here's Nurkic. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
There's the pass to Irving. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 5. The dish to Covington. Outside Anthony. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Offline with his 3. Nets trail by 8. In transition, here come the Nets. Brown finds Aldridge. Covington with the steal. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. In the corner, Powell with it. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Irving passes to Luau. Outside Irving. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to McCollum. Takes the 3. Here's Nurkic. Anthony on the wing. They shoot again. And off the front iron. And in it goes. Anthony's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland. The Nets have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Irving against McCollum. The 17-footer. Tips it up, and it's Aldridge on the follow.
Boy, Aldridge using those long arms of his to corral that offensive rebound.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They didn't get more than a 1-possession lead. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Nets. Johnson is out there with Harden. Then there's Green. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3. Nurkic kicks to Covington. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist from Covington. Nurkic has got the first points of the second half here for the Trailblazers.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Covington hits. Caught that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Harden. Nurkic with the block.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Takes it from 10, and again, it's Portland converting. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile One block a moment ago.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Back to Lillard. The 19-footer is on the money. Lillard's got 12 points in the game.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Harden against Lillard. Harden's shot is off.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and stolen by Jordan. Jeff Green on the wing, defended by Jones. Count the basket. It seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Johnson with it. And then Johnson with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Lillard outside. 1:39 left in the third. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A shot by Harden, wide open. Great look, but off the mark.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Jones, no one around him. But they get it back. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Over Harden. And that one's good. Lillard. Lillard's got 17.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. And, boy, he can strike at any time.
Harden, no good.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
From deep three-point range, the Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Here's Jones. Tries again. And there's Enes Kanter on the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Portland leading by 17. Lillard dishes to Jones. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Pass to Powell. Here's Simons. He's guarded by Johnson. Free throw line jump shot. Here's Simons. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Anthony in at small forward.
Boy, that was a masterful read from the talented Harden. I mean, he's at his best when he's attacking in the open court. Nobody better.
Lillard outside. Outside, Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. Harden surveying the D. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter. Harden against Lillard. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for James Harden. Lillard outside. Back to Nurkic. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Lillard against Irving. Outside Griffin. Here's Aldridge. The kick out to Irving. Lets it go with a 3. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
Lillard against Aldridge. Here's Nurkic, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Portland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And it's McCollum in the corner. Back to Covington, takes a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. To the paint. Finished off the break.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. That's a 2 from Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. And stolen by Aldridge. And now it's Griffin running. Here he goes, sailing in. And then Griffin with the dunk.
And that speed and athleticism of Griffin, a lethal combination when he's on the break.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half. Nets trail by 18.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Portland.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Covington in the corner. Back to Lillard. Pass to Covington. Baseline try. And that one hits back iron. Brooklyn with the ball. They trail by 18. In the corner, Irving with it. Back to Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Brown.
As dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irving has the ability to scorch you from there.
20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now Lillard. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And that's Dame showing that competitive side. Loves a good duel, especially from range.
Irving way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.